Prince with Small Business News, and I'm here with Wendy Piersall, the owner of sparkplugging.com. And tell us a little bit about Sparkplugging, how it got started. I know it just underwent a recent name change. Just explain about that whole process.
Sure. So when I started Sparkplugging, like you said, it was eMoms at Home, and it was my hobby blog. I basically was blogging my startup, and I wanted a place as a kind of a reservoir for all the information that I was gathering as I was doing my startup. It was also my third home-based business. I am definitely an entrepreneur at heart, and it actually had, technically failed at 2 businesses, but really more opted out on one, just kind of miserably failed at the other one. But, I really relied on those lessons, and I thought, everything that I've learned, there's got to be, other moms out there who want and need this information if they're going to want to start up a business from home so they can be with their families, etc. What I didn't anticipate was that the blog would start growing enough that it became my business, like only 3 months later. And then 5 months later, I kind of went, oh crap, I really shouldn't have named this site eMoms at Home, because there's a lot of dads hanging out around here. Because I didn't really write about parenting stuff. I wrote about stuff for people who are parents. So, that's different than parenting stuff. It's, making sure that you have time for your kids, making sure that you have the life balance, making sure that you can make enough money so that you can work from home, because that's a really big issue. Making sure that you have your spouse's support, because sometimes it can get a little rough at times. So, anyway, yes, 5 months later, realized that we were that the site was already outgrowing the name, and thought I'd be able to kind of make it work. And then just really this last spring, it was just too much. We had too many people coming around that weren't moms, weren't even parents at this point. And, it was kind of that very tough business decision where, do I continue, in our way, or do we get out and reach more people? Because that's really what this site is about, is we really want to empower people to be able to take control of their own lives and take control of their own careers, so that when recessions hit, when they have babies, when something happens maybe with their parents, there's a lot of people who are having to caretake their parents, so that they have the flexibility that they can still meet their financial needs and still be there for their family.
So what words of advice would you give that you've experienced, not to get discouraged, kind of thing? How would you approach that for other small business owners out there, kind of in your shoes?
Oh, this is the part where I said I'll go there kind of thing. I started my first business when I was a single mom living in my parents' basement, and it was a crafting business. And that's the one that I worked at it for about 1.5 years, and it was hand-painted children's furniture. My degree was in holistic psychology with a minor in outdoor education.
Wow.
And my job experience was as a whitewater rafting guide and some daycare. Okay, so for me to think that, I can start a business, no business experience in any way, shape, or form. But you know what? If you have enough passion and you have enough determination, you can really start making it work. And even though, I can say kind of it failed miserably financially, but I got to a point where I knew I could make it work if I wanted to. I started understanding what marketing meant. I started understanding what product development meant. I started understanding what pricing structures meant, and that's just seriously, hippie background. So, after that, seriously, to this day, I rely on the lessons that I learned in that first business. And that's a lot of still the material that I write about today for these people, because, this might sound a little softy and altruistic, and I sometimes even tear up when I say it, but spark plugging is like the Valentine to my 25-year-old self, to say if I could reach back in time and get to that woman back there and say, you know what, you can do it, and here's the tools how, and you can have the encouragement. That's what this is about for me. It's reaching all those people out there who need these resources, who can't find it any other way.
But small business, it does take the common sense and the street smart, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely it does. And I can say that it can be on-the-job training at times, and sometimes you will fall on your face. In fact, I can even promise you that you will fall on your face, and that's part of it, because those lessons are so critical, because sometimes you cannot learn these things any other way. And the important thing, even Donald Trump, he was bankrupt a few years ago, and now look at him today. All entrepreneurs fall flat on their faces. The point is, if you're ever going to do this, do it knowing that these are gifts, these are lessons. Take them, use them to your advantage, because they truly will propel you farther as long as you continue to pick yourself up and keep going.
So words of advice, don't get up, and it's not going to happen overnight, so to speak.
Well, no, do get up.
My bad. I said that wrong. That's all right. Listen to her, not to me.
Do continue to get up and continue to try. Ask for help. There are so many free resources out there for small businesses. And sometimes it might seem overwhelming at times. There is no stupid question. Go to places like your community college. There are SCORE, S-C-O-R-E, that are experienced entrepreneurs that will consult with you for free. There are a gazillion trusted websites out there, mine included, that can offer really practical, helpful advice. Sometimes it's hard to know what to trust and what not to trust, but there's ways to figure that out too. So continue working at it. If you have a passion, go for it. Ask for help when you need it, and trust.
Very good, Wendy Piersall. Thanks so much. Reporting for Small Business News, I'm Abby Prince in Texas at Small Business Marketing Unleashed.